So overseas, we're starting to see the turmoil that we've been forecasting. So in China, remember, China is basically a third world country. It's an emerging market. It's a great economy, but their financial infrastructure is nowhere near what ours is, and they don't have the depth of underwriting experience and management skills that we have here. Zigong Bank gave a lot of loans out to companies that they shouldn't have given loans to. Now that we have a global slowdown, they can't pay back. And of course, you can't get paid back. You can't lend out to anyone else. And of course, your business then gets affected. And once people find out that the bank is having a little trouble, is starting to struggle getting their money back, everybody that's deposited there wants their money back. And they had a run on the bank in Zigong, China, which is in the southwest quadrant of China. It's a pretty big city, and it's a really, really large bank, and they had a run on it. Now, things are happening in China, so I've always said we're going to have a slowdown. We're not necessarily in a recession, but there's a global slowdown going on, and you can see that. In China, they're struggling with the real estate business. Real estate is really one of the greatest things for a Chinese people to own, because it's a way that they can develop wealth, just like here. Now, a developer in China sold a big apartment complex, a big housing unit, skyscraper. They sold out half, and then they struggled. Just like we're struggling here, we're starting to see declining sales. So when you're having declining sales, what is right behind declining sales is declining prices so that you can get the inventory sold. So half the units were sold at a much higher price than the last ones. And the first ones in, of course, they've lost money because the last units were sold for less money than what they paid for. On paper, they've lost a lot of money, and they're very, very upset. They've never seen this before. They've never seen the fact that you buy something and have it go down. They've always seen it go up. And of course, that's a problem. That's called a market risk. And they went to the government. They're asking for their money to get back from this evil developer. Now we're seeing that around the world. You can see that in Denver having troubles. You can see that in San Diego. They've doubled their inventory. And in Seattle, their prices are actually declining. This is the tip of the iceberg. When you have declining existing sales, right behind that is prices start to drop. So we should have sold everything that we wanted to sell should be gone. If not, we need to get on the market, aggressively price it, and then let's get it sold. And let's get the cash position for ourselves, because we're going to want to buy some things coming up pretty quick here. So we're getting to the year end. If we can help you any way we can, we're starting to do our year-end reviews with our clients. If you'd like to talk about your portfolio or talk about some of your goals, we're more than happy. We'll just call in and we'll get you scheduled so we can do an interview. So my best to you. Bye-bye now.